Watch this video to learn how to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star from Songs I Already Know by Susan Paradise. Before we jump into this video, let's talk about our practice plan for Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. The first step is to learn how to play line 1 with the video. Then you will practice it 3 times a day until you master it. Once you have hit your mastery checkpoints, you will move on to learn line number 2 with this video. You will repeat the process and practice it 3 times a day until you master it. At that time, you will also be playing lines 1 and 2 together. Then you will come back to this video and you will learn how to play line 3. You will take that and keep practicing it 3 times a day until you master it. Then you can come back to this video and work on putting lines 1 through 3 together. When you're practicing something 3 times a day, you should focus on something different for each practice. The first time, you can focus on getting all of the notes correct. The second time, you can focus on the rhythm being correct. And the third time, you can focus on the dynamics being correct. And here are the mastery checkpoints that you should be able to check off before moving on to the next section. Do you play the correct notes, the correct rhythms, and the correct dynamics with confidence every time? If you do, you're ready to move on to the next step. Now, let's get started. Today we're in the Songs I Already Know book, and we are looking at Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, which is the first song in this book. Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is written with notes on the staff, so we can use our new note reading skills to read this, and it also uses a keyboard to show us where our hand is supposed to be. So let's look really closely at this keyboard to see where we're supposed to put our hand. I see that my left hand thumb is going to go on a C, and my right hand thumb is going to go right next door on a D. Let's see what that looks like on the piano. So my left hand thumb is on a C, and I'm putting mine at middle C, but it's okay if you want to choose another C. And my right hand thumb is going to go on a D. And once I'm here, I'm ready to begin. This song is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and we're going to learn it 1 line at a time. So starting with line 1. Now, this book is called Songs I Already Know because these are tunes that are probably familiar to you. So we're going to tap out the rhythm for this one by singing it. Can you sing with me and tap the rhythm that you hear? 1, 2, 3, 4. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. So we have mostly quarter notes, except for the last note of each phrase. Star and R are both half notes. Now, with our hands where they go, this begins with our 4th finger of our left hand, and most of these notes are going to be played twice. So on your music, you might want to go ahead and circle the notes that repeat to help you see them. So you can put a circle around here, a circle around here, one there. That's just one note, so don't circle it. A circle here, a circle here, a circle here, and that's just one note too, so don't circle it. And you might notice the pattern here that when there's one note, it happens to be a half note. Other than that, they are all repeating. So we're going to start with our 4 finger, play it twice, then go up to your other thumb And on the music, you can see it goes from a space to a line. So that's one step up and back down. Can you play this part with me? 1, 2, here we go. G, G, D, D, E, E, D. Now the next part we're going to pick up with the C here. We're going to play 2 C's. We're going to go down and down again and down again. Can you play that with me? So starting with the C. 1, 2, here we go. C, C, B, B, A, G. All that's left for line 1 is for us to put it together. Can you please put your eyes right on the note head so that you can follow along while we do this? We're beginning with our left hand forefinger. 1, 2, and here we go. G, G, up to your other thumb. Good. Now step up and step down and hold that note. We're going to keep going down. 2 here, 2 B's, 2 A's, 1 G. That's line 1. Go ahead and pause and keep practicing this until you feel that you've mastered it. Beginning now with line 2, I'd like to tap the rhythm out for this too. So we've already done twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Let's tap out the next part. 1, 2, here we go. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. So it's following the same rhythm that it followed before. Ta, 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 ta. That is the rhythm pattern for the song. So we're going to put our hands back where they go, still in the same place. And we're going to start with the first 2 measures. So that first note, do you know what it is? It's on a space in the treble clef, the very bottom space, and that's D. So we're going to play 2 D's, and then we're going to move down and play 2 C's, down again, 2 B's, and 1 A. Can you do that with me? 1, 2, start with D and go. 2 D's, 2 C's, 2 B's, 1 A. Great. And guess what? That's a musical pattern that repeats in the next 2 measures. So for the rest of line 2, we're going to do that same thing we just did. Can you do it with me again? 1, 2, and here we go. D, D, C, C, B, B, A. Great. All that's left for line 2 is for us to play it all the way through, which is that same pattern 2 times in a row. Can you do it with me? 1, 2, and here we go. D, D, C, C, B, B, A. Repeat that. D, D, C, C, B, B, A. And now you're ready to master line 2. Okay, we have 1 line left of this song. And if you look at it, I want you to compare it to the first line. So in the first line, we started with a G. And in the last line, we start with a G. In the first line, we jumped up to a D. And in the last line, we jump up to a D. And if you keep looking at it side by side, those notes are doing the same things in line 3 that they did in line 1. It's exactly like line 1, which means that you are ready to play line 3 with me all the way through. So we're going to start with G right here. 1, 2, and here we go. G, G, D, D, step up to E, back down to D, and hold it there. Now keep going down. 2 C's, 2 B's, 2 A's, 1 G. And that's all of line 3. The next step is to put lines 1, 2, and 3 all together back to back. Can you try that with me? Now, this is going to take a lot of concentration, so please make sure that your eyes are right on the music, right on those note heads, so that you know what to do all the way through. Okay, we're starting at the very beginning, and we're going to play the whole song. 1, 2, and here we go. G, G, D, D, step up to E, back down to D. Now we're going to keep going down. 2 C's, 2 B's, 2 A's, 1 G. We're coming up to D. Keep going down. Stop here on A. Do that again. Keep going until we get to A. Stop there. Now just like the beginning. Step up to E and down to D. Now we keep going down. 2 B's, 2 A's, 1 G. That is Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Great work. You did a great job learning this song. Now I have an extension activity for you. Let's take a look at the duet. So you might notice at the bottom of the page there is music, and this is a teacher part to play for a duet. So I'm going to play the duet in case you would like to play along at home. So here we go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. I'm going to play that duet one more time now without singing the words. Get your hands ready, and 1, 2, here we go. Feel free to rewind and do that as many times as you would like. Great work mastering Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.